Are you born with natural talent? Welcome, as always, to mytenniscoaching.com and My Tennis Coaching on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button now. Yes, this was a question I got asked yesterday on a LTA assistant course, formerly a level 1. Are you born with natural talent? And it's an interesting question. My answer yesterday was no. And I'm going to go into the reasons why I don't think you're born with natural talent, what I believe you are born with, and what other factors play a huge part in a player's development. So first and foremost, it's a classic nature versus nurture argument. It's one that's been debated for a long time. Are you born with talent, or is it developed? I don't think you're born with what we consider natural talent. I don't think you're just born an absolute athlete, or you're born a world number 1 player. I do believe you're born with certain physical attributes and psychological attributes that will help. Obviously, if you're over 6 feet tall, if your parents are generally athletic, you've got good genes, like these things are obviously going to help. But doesn't guarantee that you're going to be a successful tennis player in this case. I think there's a lot more that goes into it, especially in and around environment and culture. And I've seen it firsthand of some what you'd probably class athletic players who struggle to make the grade because they just haven't got the commitment or the discipline or the work ethic, whatever you want to call it. It's like psychology wise, they not the best problem solvers, or they don't deal with pressure or difficult situations very well. The psychological constraints, if you want to call it constraints, get in the way. So you could be the most athletic person in the world. If you haven't got the psychological tools or skills as well, then it's kind of irrelevant how strong or how quick or how tall you are. And I think a lot of those psychological skills are developed over time based on your culture and environment. And again, I'm not really up to date or in depth in the science around sort of psychological developments and what you're born with. Maybe it's an area I need to look into. But I do believe a lot of those attributes can be taught over time, especially within a constraint-led approach, which is more problem-solving, decision-making. I also think physical skills can be developed as well. And yes, you may not be the tallest player in the world, so that's obviously a physical, personal player constraint. But I do believe you can improve the physical attributes you're given, and there may be a degree of how much you can improve those physical attributes. But I definitely think they can be improved. Psychological attributes, again, I think can be improved. Tennis skills, of course, can be improved. So I don't think there's a simple answer with this. And like anything, the human body is quite complex. And I almost think to be a very successful player, you almost need a perfect storm. You need great physical attributes. You need good psychological attributes. You need a little bit of luck sometimes as well. You need to be in the right place at the right time. And I don't think you're just born a world number 1 or you're born a professional tennis player. I think there's a lot more nuance and a lot more that goes into it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And I love getting these questions, by the way. So leave any questions for me down below in the comments as well. As always, until tomorrow, watch the video on the screen now, and I'll speak to you soon.